So you're riding out in the mountains, and you or your buddy or somebody in your group busts a belt. Luckily, you have your spare, but none of you know how to change a belt. In this video, I'll be showing you how to change a belt, as well as belt deflection, which is how tight your belt is on your snowmobile. So there's only two tools that you need to change your belt, and they're both given to you by the manufacturer when you buy your sled. One being this little nifty tool. It has threads on one side and then an Allen wrench on the other. The other is a custom tool. It has an 8mm socket, a 10mm, 11, and a 15. This will be used to take off the holder that's on the secondary clutch so that we can tighten the belt. You'll notice that the tools that you need for your belt are right there, right on the cover, right next to your spare belt. So what you're going to do is once you get that off, you're going to put the pin right back up there so you don't lose it. Next, you're going to take off that nifty tool that I showed you earlier with the threads, and you're going to put it right into this hole that's right over here. You're going to put it in. What it's doing as I start to thread this in, the secondary starts to open up so that the belt starts to fall in there. And then once it's open up enough, I will be able to pull the belt out of the secondary first, and then off the primary. Okay, so now that you've successfully taken off your belt, when you're putting your new one on, you don't want to make sure that the rotation is pointing down. So when you put it on there, you want to slide it in. Make sure it's firmly on the primary. And you want to slide it on the secondary. As you're loosening this key, you want to be rotating this in the opposite direction or forward position. It doesn't really matter. So that as you're tightening it, it doesn't get stuck down below. You should not have touched this, because this shows where your belt was originally, so that you have a starting and stop point so that you know that your belt is in a good position. Okay, so now that you have your belt on, you want to tighten your belt, or as technical terms, belt deflection. So there's valleys in between the teeth of the belt. You want to make sure that the valleys are on top or meet the top of the clutching rail, which is right up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that nifty tool again, the Allen side, and you're going to loosen it. What this does is it loosens the stopper at the end of the clutch so that you can rotate it to get it into the tighter position. Then you're going to take that other tool, and with this wide teeth, you're going to, its threads are backwards, so that you're going to want to tighten it, which is also, in our terms, loosening. So I'm only going to do a half a turn, and then I'm going to take that other tool back, and I'm going to tighten it. Once you have the bolt tightened, you're going to want to do just like how we did before on how to replace the belt. You're going to put this piece, thread it back in there, and you're going to separate the secondary. You're going to make sure that it's loose and you can move it through. And you're going to do the exact same thing. As you loosen this, you're going to move it back so that it can get back up to its peak. And once it gets to its peak, it's going to be set so that we're ready to go. As you can see, the peak is perfect and the belt deflection. All right, so now that we've gone through the tools, how to change a belt and belt deflection, next time you're riding in the mountains, you can change your belt and make sure it's set. Thanks for watching.